The Big Ten. It just means more. Oh, sorry, is that what the SEC says? Well, after 2 years of its teams winning natties in back-to-back seasons, the conference is looking to make its case as the number one in college football. The only problem is that only 4 of its 18 teams are worth a flying fuck in the national title race. Yeah, it's not a power conference and most of the teams are just trying to make it a 500. Here are the precious gemstones of college football and the cardboard boxes that they came in. I'm not sold on the Illinois' back party just yet. The Illini have a bad habit of regressing back to the basement after a season when they saw pretty decent success. What does the 2001 Sugar Bowl and the 2007 Rose Bowl have in common? The Illini were generationally terrible the following years. They have never had back-to-back 10-win seasons in their entire history of the program. So forgive me if them starting now thanks to Brett Bielema seems like a bit of a stretch. Still, the team has the pieces in place to do it. Luke Altmaier is the captain of a veteran offensive attack, and the defensive secondary is declaring a no-fly zone for anyone looking to go deep. Illinois should be really good this year, but again, history doesn't repeat. It fucking rhymes. Last season can be summed up in one meme.
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
The Hoosiers lost to the 2 teams that played for the national title and smoked everybody else. The power this program suddenly has is so strong they even resurrected their fucking mascot after being dead for 60 years. Seriously? Okay then. It was only a matter of time before the Big Ten's traditional basketball school was brought back to life by NIL and the transfer portal, and they made the most of it last year. Curt Cignetti is the godfather of taking a mediocre program and making them a juggernaut. From James Madison, Indiana, he's been a fucking mastermind. Now comes the hard part. Maintaining it. Fernando Mendoza needs to be better than Curtis O'Rourke at quarterback. With Elijah Surratt back and leading a strong wide receiver core, the offense is absolutely lethal. The schedule is brutal and no one expects you to make the playoffs for a second year in a row, but you will be very, very dangerous. Now we will see if you are truly a football school. This team is the definition of mid. The defense is the only thing about Iowa that's excellent year in and year out. The offense was able to nab transfer quarterback Mark Gronowski from South Dakota State to hopefully spark something on offense, but the wide receivers need to step the fuck up themselves. Once again, the defense needs to keep the opponent's scoring to a minimum in order to give the offense a chance. If the offense finally turns around and can put up points, I'll take Iowa seriously. For now, y'all are just another meme to me. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Reality came crashing back down for the Terps last season after 3 straight bowl appearances. Yeah, it was a young team in full rebuild, but Coach Loxley has been around for 7 years now and can't afford to nosedive into a second straight losing season. He went with the veteran transfer in Justin Martin from UCLA to hopefully guide a still very green offense into being passable this year. Not much of weapons on the wide receiver side though. What was there last year is gone, and now Octavian Smith will pair up with transfers Khalil Farouk and Caleb Webb from Oklahoma and Tennessee. Just pray the offensive line is worth a fuck. As for the defense, a few more interceptions would be good enough to call it a win at this point. I'll give the Bastards some credit. No one thought they were going to finish like they did at the start of November when they were 5-5. Then they went on a string of wins, including an upset against Ohio State on the road and a bowl upset against Alabama. The Wolverines have rebuilt in record time under head coach Sharon Moore. The defense is very deep, even if they don't have the names like they used to. And the offense should also be a lot better. It's just going to depend on how well true freshman quarterback Bryce Underwood performs in his first year under center. He has a ton of potential, but is he really ready for the big time? I'm betting that he's likely going to fuck up once or twice, and they look to senior quarterback Mikey Keene to take over at some point. But regardless who the quarterback is, the Wolverines are going to be better with passing this year after being dead last in passing yards last year. The offensive line will give whoever the quarterback is plenty of time and break open big holes for the running backs Justice Haynes and Jordan Marshall to run through. The tools are there for Michigan to return to the playoffs. There is a fuck ton of what-ifs. Sparty has been on a bad run for a while now, but there is some hope in a return to a bowl game this year at least. You're still going to be mid as fuck, but at least Aiden Childs won't be so damn inaccurate, right? He tied for the most interceptions in the conference last season and was mediocre at best everywhere else. Wide receiver Nick Marsh is back after having a solid freshman year as well. Running back Elijah Tolliver should be effective behind an offensive line that will be better than last season. How much better is anyone's guess. The Defense that has actual depth for once. I think bowling is doable for Sparty, but that's about it.
Minnesota!
If you want to see the difference in standards from school to school in the Big Ten, look no further than Minnesota. PJ Fleck has won 8 games a year 3 of his last 4 years and got extended into the 2030s. He's always been a good coach, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but he basically got a gold medal for just being okay. That's how low the bar is for Minnesota to clear, so expect more of the same for the Gophers. But why are we hearing that Minnesota could be preparing to make a run? Oh yeah, they went all in on transfers for the offense, and their defense isn't shit for once. Maverick Baranowski is back at linebacker alongside transfers Jeff Robertson and Devin Williams. They are the best part of a defense that was the 5th best in the nation last year. On offense, there's some work to do still. The problem was simple but damning. They couldn't score.
Damn it, this always happens. I think I'm gonna score and then I never score. It's not fair. We're never gonna score. We're never gonna score.
Putting up more than 25 points only 3 times in 12 games does not scream successful season. Could have been worse, at least you weren't Wisconsin. This Raiola kid needs to quit sucking off Mahomes. It's one thing to look up to a guy and take notes from his play style, but to copy him in looks is another. The fact that they open an Arrowhead Stadium against Cincinnati will either inflate his ego when they win or break his ass back to reality when they get smoked. And again, the second half of last year and tying Aiden Childs for interceptions should have done that already. The real players to watch besides Raiola will be guys like Evan Johnson, who has a dual-threat running back that can catch and run, should be used often behind an offensive line that made Matt Rule cream his pants during the spring. Now, if the defense can get off the field on 3rd down and make stops in the red zone, the Huskers might actually beat a decent Big Ten team for once. I don't know if Rule will get 10 wins like he did in his 3rd year at Temple or UCF, but I've seen dumber shit happen. With this many teams that are just okay in the Big Ten, that can only mean one thing. Northwestern is due to have a good season, right? They can't do much worse than last year, as the offense was bottom of the barrel, and I'd rather watch 2 men have a bikini mud wrestling match at Pizza Uno's than watch that shit again. Preston Stone is coming in from SMU and will definitely be enough to jumpstart the Wildcats' offense, and if nothing else, not be the worst again. Your defense is happy to hear this after bailing your asses out all year. They picked up some solid reinforcements from the portal, like cornerback Fred Davis from Jacksonville State. You won't roll over and die like usual, I think, but it is still a tough schedule. Enjoy that beautiful temporary stadium while you can. Hopefully you can win a few more games in it. Okay, what the fuck do you want me to say here? It's Ohio State, of course they're going to be good. Defending national champions brought back guys like Jeremiah Smith on offense and Caleb Downs on defense. But what a lot of people are not aware of is the amount of fucking roster turnover that happened this offseason. Will Howard, gone. Emeka Ibuka, gone. Ty Hamilton, gone. Travion Henderson, Jack Sawyer, Denzel Burke, Cody Simon, Quinshawn Judkins, gone, and fuck you. Julian Sayin will now lead the offense after being one of the most prized recruits coming out of high school. Running back will likely be led out by James Peoples, but it's a bit of a toss-up. Caleb Downs will be there to lead the defense alongside David Igbinosun again, but the success or failure will rest on how well Matt fucking Patricia can pull this shit together. I didn't like Chip Kelly as the OC last year, but I had to eat crow when we won the Natty. Maybe Matt will work out too, but don't be surprised that I have many doubts. I love it when memes never die. Oregon is the gift that just keeps giving. I 100% called it if you go back to the Oregon video I made last year. That team had the ability to go 13-0, and it did. But as per usual, you succumbed to the devil incarnate, Ohio State, in the Rose Bowl yet again. Just like Icarus, the Ducks flew too close to the sun and came crashing back to earth within 60 minutes. It's time for the long overdue rebuild in Eugene, and handing the reins to sophomore quarterback Dante Moore tells me they have accepted this fate. Granted, he's not a bad quarterback, and he's got some damn good weapons on the outside, like wide receivers DeCorey Moore and Evan.
Oh no, there's a man down.
Hey, look, you have top transfer running back in Mekhi Hughes too. Just don't pay any attention to the defense regressing back to mediocrity after losing all its best players from last year and replacing them with stuffed animals.
Are you winning, son? I don't know.
This is the year, right? This is finally the year after many seasons of disappointment. You will be able to put away Ohio State on the road at least, right? You better, because it's the biggest game you have this year. You get Oregon and Indiana at home and miss Michigan entirely. The only thing that could kill your hopes of a national title? Drew Allar. Yeah, he's gotten better with time, but that doesn't mean shit. He had an excellent regular season but vanished into thin air when the playoffs began. Main reason you got to the semifinals was the fucking defense. If it weren't for them, Boise State would have ate you for lunch in the quarterfinals. Sadly, Tom Allen went to Clemson to become defensive coordinator there. You got desperate and were able to lure Jim Knowles from Ohio State of all places to replace him. As they say, if you can't beat the enemy, then become thy enemy. Yes, the defense is going to be one of the best in the nation again, and will be able to save your fucking asses if Drew Allar goes to shit. But we all know how that story ends now. No excuses, Penn State. You gotta get it done.
Hey kids, I brought you some cookies.
I like trains.
If the offensive line holds up for Rutgers, you should be good enough to make a bowl game. However, the schedule dealt is brutal as all hell. Oregon, Illinois, Ohio State, Penn State, and Minnesota are all likely going to be losses, so you need to win pretty much everywhere else. What's working for you is that the offense you had last year that was so good is mostly intact. Kamakis is back after becoming the first Knight to throw 2,000 yards in a season in almost a decade. Antoine Raymond is back at running back as well, but the offensive line is... Defense isn't terrible in the secondary, but lacking a strong group at linebacker is going to cost them a few games. It'll be tight, but there's enough here to see a bowl game in December. Just don't fuck it up. The fucking circus came to town, and its name is Nico-I-Am-A-NIL-Product. The outcast from Tennessee was alright last year, but was more noise than substance. He completely fell apart against Ohio State in the playoff as well, leading to a beatdown by the eventual national champions. UCLA is an all-new wide receiver room full of transfers, so that means he shouldn't have any problem putting up some points, and as long as he can get the ball to them. The offense was at the bottom in all of FBS last year running the ball, and any improvement starts with the offensive line getting its shit together. Javian Thomas is fine at running back, but if the transfers on the new O-line don't get it together fast, there will be another season of Nico running for his damn life. Oh yeah, you play Ohio State this year as well. Have fun, buddy. How much longer are you bastards going to be fringe contenders? You are no better than Minnesota, Iowa, or fucking Nebraska, and you still talk like you're some kind of royalty. Is it the glare from Hollywood or the prestige of your stadium? Because that's about all you have going for you. It's no secret that I think Lincoln Riley is an overrated hack who can't build a team into a true contender. Yeah, remember Oklahoma, guys? He's a great coach. He was so good there. He led them to 4 college football playoff appearances. Yeah, fucker, that shit was 4 years ago now. Where's the results? 6-6 last year has a seat white fucking hot. Contenders? Yeah, for the most overhyped team in the league. If you don't improve, heads will roll down the stairs at Memorial Stadium. Shit, get off the pot, Riley. Last year was the long hangover after the big-ass party that was the 2023 national title run. It was a bad year, but the rebuild was needed. Losing Kalen DeBoer to Alabama and pretty much all of your playmakers to the draft would kill any program. So Jed Fish definitely has been given a lot of grace to get shit back up and running by the athletic department. First off, you need to remember how to win a road game. You were 0-5 with that last year. Desmond Williams Jr. will see to it that doesn't happen again. The Husky quarterback is due for a breakout season behind a refreshed wide receiver core now that he has full control as the starter. They landed Omari Evans from Penn State to pair with Denzel Boston as well. The line is a project still, but thankfully Williams can run for his life and make up enough shit on the fly to cover their ass. The defense is also going to be improved under new coordinator Ryan Walters. Normally, Jed Fish only needs 2 years to bring a program back to life. I expect more of the same here. Maybe not contenders, but goddamn they will be hard to put away. The fucked up part about Wisconsin is that Luke Fickell is arguably a great coach. But it's like installing a new captain on the Titanic after the fucker hit the iceberg. The ship was already going to sink no matter who was in charge. The Phil Longo experiment on offense went absolutely awful and did a fuck ton of damage. Not to mention being injured to hell last year and being seen as a stepping stone for players in the portal does not scream stability. I'd go over personnel and the projections, but when you look at how tough their damn schedule is this year, there's no point. Bowling would be a major win for this team, and I don't even see them winning 5 games. It's going to be another long winter in Madison. I'm biased as all hell when making this prediction, but at this point, I just want to watch the world burn. I'm predicting Penn State loses to Ohio State in the Big Ten title game. As long as we finally beat Michigan for once. If not, then Michigan beats Penn State because nothing good can ever happen in Happy Valley. Thank you very much for watching this video. As I've explained in my other 2 videos, this was a part of a 3-week collaboration series with the Logical Canadian and Red Rubber Duckwind. Check out their conference previews for FBS in the links in the description down below. Check out my other videos on my predictions and previews for college football this season, for the Big 12 and for Conference USA. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification bell for every time we get a new upload on this channel, and follow along on the journey. Join the Red Army today. Thank you again for watching. Have a good one.